Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mr. Mike MC.
Ako mogla si da odeš tek tako, nemoj da me tražiš za tebe sam duh. Vrati film one noći kad sam plako, zaklela se zauvek ti ćeš mi.
Today I'm going to do an interview with him in actually two different languages because many of you out there I know do not understand what the hell I'm saying. So I'm going to ask the questions in English because I do not know how to ask them in Serbian, Bosnian, Croatian. And he's going to answer for you guys in those two different languages so you know what is going on. Mike, how you been doing, my bro? How's everything going over there?
Do I need to speak Serbian now or English?
Now you can speak English for a second. Oder auch Deutsch. Ist ja scheißegal.
Okay. Yeah, I'm doing fine, bro. I was just chilling, working on some stuff, and I'm great. How about you, man?
I'm pretty good as well. I've got some very nice things coming up, just like you. We're always working, so that's the way it is, We have no really other news than that. And what are you guys doing? We're working. What are you guys doing? We're working. What are you guys doing? Working.
Maybe working.
There's still some people out there that don't exactly know who Mike MC is. So, first of all, who are you and why do we need to know you? Or why do I know you? Let's say it like that.
Yeah, I'm a rapper from Serbia. I make my own music. Sometimes I make my own beats. I write my own stuff. I produce my own stuff. I cut my videos. I do everything all by myself. Yeah, I'm the Serbian Eminem / UFO / Serbian Hungarian rapper. Znači, svako ko nije razumeo, na engleskom reći ću na srpskom, ja sam Mike MC, poznati kao srpski Eminem, kao vanzemaljac. Ljudi su me proglasili srpskim Eminemom, iako ja to ne mislim o sebi, da ne bude predrasude neke. I pišem svoje tekstove, radim svoje spotove, lupro mi je kamerman, trenutno. Da, radim sve to sam. Computer just got fucked up!
Beep, beep! In the middle.
That's what happens when you're a piece of shit rapper and you don't have money for anything.
Exactly!
Nah, bro, I'm the best. The best music!
The next question I have for you is, why did you decide to start rapping? And was this like the first thing that came to your mind, or was there something else that you were thinking first? Because I know your brother plays guitar and he sings in a band. Was there something else that you wanted to do, but then in the end you decided? So what was the reason?
Bro, first of all, my brother, he plays the guitar like since he was 14, 15.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm 5 years younger, so I was always around music. I saw him doing music, and he even recorded his music on a radio, like on a tape recorder.
Yeah.
On cassettes.
Yeah. I remember.
And I was like, this sounds dope, I want to do something like that. And then he had one friend in high school, and he was like a local rapper at my city.
Yeah.
When I heard him rapping, you wouldn't believe me, but before rap, I was a rocker.
Yeah.
I was like Nirvana
like
and
me,
shit.
Like me. We're kind of the same thing.
Yeah. And then I heard him rapping, and I was like, man, I want to do this shit,
Yeah.
And then I bought like the Skype microphones, the plastic ones.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I have my studio now. I hung it like from the ceiling there.
From the ceiling.
From the lights, man. Yeah, and then I started writing shit. Like I was listening to Eminem, I was listening to Tupac, 50 Cent, all the old school stuff, Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah, of course.
B.I.G., blah, blah, blah. And then I was like influenced heavily by Eminem because at that time, Eminem was still Slim Shady, and I liked the fact that he was talking shit all over and nobody could say anything. He talked his shit,
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to do that one day. I want to be a rapper, man.
That's nice.
That was my breaking point.
So it was really influenced by this guy that was doing the rapping in your city, which when you saw that,
Yeah,
you were like, wow. Yeah.
Znači, bio sam motivisan. Moj brat je prvenstveno svirao gitaru, ja sam 5 godina mlađi od njega i ja sam video kako moj brat svira gitaru i bio sam motivisan jer sam video kako on na radiju, na kasetama je snimao, 2 kasete pa je snimao sebe, pa gitaru, pa kako peva.
Da, ja isto.
I imao je prijatelja u srednjoj školi koji je repovao, bio je lokalni reper kod nas. Takođe mi on kasnije postao i mentor, on me i naučio kako da nastupam, gde da nastupam, rešio mi nastupam, ono. I ja sam jako bio motivisan sa time i počeo sam da slušam Eminema, Tupaka, 50 Centa, B.I.G., Bone Thugs and Harmony, znači ono old school shit.
Stari.
I najviše sam bio motivisan Eminemom zato što je on bio onaj ludi lik koji je sve govorio na traci i nikomu ništa nije govorio nazad, jednostavno je bio nenormalan sa rimama. Jednostavno sam tako počeo da gajim ljubav prema rap muzici, pa sam kupio onaj mikrofon za Skype. Ono, stara škola zna to, brate, onaj plastični mikrofon za 200 dinara, ono, 2 euros, you know. I onda sam ga obesio za luster i tripovao sam da imam studio i tamo sam počeo da pišem pesme i da snimam, tako da ono, bilo je neki početak.
Ja znam, ti radiš muzika for a long time already right now. But there must have been a moment where you were like, oh, when was it like for you the turning point? Oh, now things are gonna get, you know.
Bro, I was recording for a while. I mean, the songs were like really amateur and piece of shit. You know, like the rhyme scheme and everything was all over the place. The breaking point where I said, I want to do this could work. I was 13 and that friend of my brother, he had a concert in Subotica, in my local town. And some kids, my friends, they told him, hey, Mike is rapping, you know, listen to his shit, blah, blah, blah. And we had like MP3 players. We didn't even have phones.
These little,
And he was like, let me hear it. The song was like about, I was lying as shit, man. I was talking how my dad was beating my ass and I was like fucked up and everything. He liked it, you know, not because the song was a piece of shit, but the motivation, you know, the charisma of the song. It was like, yo, this little kid can rap, you know. And then he told me, I mean, he asked me, do I want to have a concert? And I was like, bro, I'm fucking 13. How can I have a concert, you know?
Yeah.
He was like, the club is like 2 streets away from your home. You can come out to the club. I'm gonna watch out for you. You're gonna rap that one song. And I was scared as fuck. I was really scared. Like I was shivering. I was shivering of fear.
Who wouldn't be scared?
And he told me how to hold the mic, where to look, not to creep, not to get panicked or something, you know. And I rapped that one song and there was around like 200-300 people there.
Wow.
They were like clapping and
clapping, yeah.
They were like cheering, like, yeah, like little kid, little Eminem, you know.
Great.
When I felt that energy of the people that they cheered for me, you know. And when I had that feeling like, wow, the crowd likes it, you know. That was the breaking point where I said, okay, I'm gonna do something serious now. And 2 years later, I had my ass in a real studio, you know, and I made like a rap song of the streets, you know, like how fucked up is it to live in Serbia and no money, and I even knew some drug dealer. I had some drug dealer friends, like they were dealing marijuana and blah blah blah, like petty dealers. And I was influenced heavily by that, and I wanted to tell a story. That was the breaking point where I started telling stories, you know. I wasn't just like rapping and rhyming, I was really telling a story. Prvi put kad sam ja ozbiljno shvatio da hoću da radim rap i da hoću da radim uopšteno muziku, ja sam imao 13 godina i taj lokalni reper je imao nastup tamo u našem gradu i imao sam običan MP3 player i moji prijatelji su njemu forsirali, govorili kao, Mike rapuje, kao poslušaj. I meni bilo ono, kesa mi bilo da mu pokažem, ali eto, pokazao sam mu, pesma se zvala Psihički sam puko i pričao sam kako me Ćale tuko i taka neke budalaštine, što uopšte nije bila istina, nego jednostavno, eto, jako je uticao Slim Shady na mene. I tu pesmu, sa tom pesmom sam ja završio u jednom klubu sa 13 godina gde sam prvi put odrepovao svoju pesmu, znači ono što sam napisao, iako je pesma bila ono sranje, ali sam napisao tu pesmu, odrepovao i ljudi su aplaudirali i ono vikali to kao mali Eminem, kao kida ovo ono, i tu energiju kad sam ja osetio, tad sam shvatio da ja hoću u stvari da radim muziku. I onda 2 godine kasnije sam bio u studiju kod jednog nekadašnjeg prijatelja koji je tada već radio muziku i bio je malo popularan YouTube, ovo ono 30.000 subscribera, bla bla bla. I tamo sam ja prvi put snimio pesmu i izbacio pesmu što je bila priča, znači nisam ono samo rimovo reči kao pre, nego sam ispričao nešto i jednostavno ljudi kad su to čuli rekli su kao ovaj mali zna da repuje i tamo je počelo ono da sam osjetio da mogu nešto da napravim od ovoga.
I to je to.
To je to.
You have an amazing fan base. I know that when I first did a cover of your song Duh, it was just like posted everywhere. Like every little kid that was following Mike posting Rafael Lupro, everywhere. It was going crazy. You have an amazing fan base. But what is the thing you love most about your specific fans?
The thing I love most about my fans, first of all, I think I have a big connection with my fans because I'm not the type of an artist to ignore my fans, you know. I write them back. I have a really amazing connection with
Very
them.
good. Yeah.
And the most important thing, what I love about them is whenever I put something out,
Yeah.
it could be only an audio song, it could be a video, it could be
Just
anything.
like the last song, basically. Yeah.
They always push that song.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I think the song is not gonna do anything, they push that song, it goes in trending, it goes everywhere. And just the support I'm getting from them, you know, they are like special in my eyes, in my heart, because they are like living through what I'm saying. They're not just like listening, oh, it's a good melody. They're like actually examining what I'm talking about, you know. And then I have these 15, 16-year-olds to 25, 30-year-olds writing me messages like, bro, like for example, this song Duh, like it pulled me through. I had a breakup with my girlfriend, and the story you were telling, I lived through that, and they are like thanking me. They say thank you for making that song.
I get
and that's the connection. That's something I love about them, because they are like strongly connected to me, you know.
I have the same kind of thing with the covers, actually, and also my own songs. That's one of those things that I really love about the people, that they gave you back. You sometimes have difficulties yourself. That's why you write a song, and then you don't think about it. You just think about dealing with that difficulty that you have in that moment, and then somebody else connects to that same thing. Yeah, that's really, really great.
Znači, šta najviše volim što se tiče mojih fanova? Što se tiče mojih fanova, najviše volim što smo mi povezani na taj način da jednostavno ljudi, šta god ja da izbacim, da li je to samo audio, znači ona pesma sa slikom, ili je spot, tu su da podrže i podržavaju, maksimalno izguraju, čak i kad mislim da mi pesma neće nešto uraditi, oni opet gurnu tu pesmu u trending. Jednostavno, nije taj trending sad toliko bitan, ali ja jednostavno vidim koliko ja podršku imam. Ja jeste da imam malo pregleda, ali ljudi su toliko jaki, moji fanovi su toliko jaki sa podrškom i toliko cene to što radim da jednostavno izguraju sve što uradim. I ja mislim da je to ključna stvar i zbog toga najviše volim svoje fanove, svoje slušaoce, što jednostavno podržavaju šta god da uradim. I jednostavno nema jačih. Ja nisam video jaču, čvršću publiku na Balkanu od moje, iako nas je malo, mnogo toga uradimo.
Super. What is the craziest face you love to make?
Bro, I need to tell a secret to people.
Tell it.
I sometimes send photos between me and Nuni. You know? We send photos to each other and we make faces like just these types of faces, you know?
Exactly.
These types of faces. We're always making shit. But when I do music, most often, I get the stanky face. Yeah. You know, when I know something is
good.
Hard,
yeah.
I'm like, damn, man, this shit is gonna pop, man, you know? That's the fucking, like,
let's do the stanky face for the cover. Let's do the stanky face. Very good. Everybody that is making music or is doing something creative has a big dream. What is your biggest dream as a rapper? This means as an artist. And what's your biggest dream in your personal life? Like, those are two separate things, or they can be joined together, actually.
Yeah. For my career, the biggest dream is to make my career my job. I mean,
everybody right now you still have a job, right? You're still working.
Yeah. I work in a bureau. Radim u kancelariji, but yeah. Of course, every musician's dream is to make his music career into a job. Yeah. But when I say I want to make it into a job, I want to go out, do concerts, do shows, and connect with my people. You know, I want to hear them singing my music. I want to help people because I know there are people out there who respect me so much. They would give everything just to talk with me for 5 minutes.
I know.
And my biggest dream in this fucking music industry is to connect with those types of people, to give them the opportunity to meet me, to speak with me, you know. That's what I want to do. Shout out for gang gang. That's what I want to do with my rap career. And
Exactly.
in my life, the biggest dream in my life is I want to have a family, of course.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not at that point now that I want to have kids.
Yeah,
you know?
of course.
But sometimes in the future, maybe in the near future, who knows? I'm still waiting on the test. No, bro. But
Which test?
maybe
The
in the
one
near
or the other? No.
maybe in the near future, you know, I want kids and I want to be with my girl and just be happy, man. You know, just live life.
Most important thing. Most important thing.
Znači, najveći san u mojoj rap karijeri ili uopšte u muzičkoj karijeri mi je da dostignem taj nivo da mogu da nastupam, zato što znam da ima jako puno ljudi koji jednostavno sve bi dali, makar 5 minuta da mogu da razgovaraju sa mnom, što ja razumem i što me ne čini, ne puni mi ego sad da sam ja ne znam kakav reper, nego jednostavno želim bukvalno zbog takvih ljudi da ja mogu da budem u toj poziciji, da mogu da nastupam, da mogu da se povežem s tim ljudima, da mogu da razgovaram sa njima, da mi pevaju pesme, znači da se povežem sa tim ljudima, to jest sa mojim slušalcima ili ti fanovima. A u životu mi je najveći san da jednog dana, naravno, ne sada, jednog dana da imam porodicu i majka i otac da su mi zdravi, da su svi moji voljeni i dragi ljudi da su zdravi, ali da imam porodicu i da mogu da budem srećan jednostavno u životu, da živim svoj život. Live life, you know?
Yeah.
YOLO, man.
That's definitely. Okay, besides me, of course,
Okay.
who would you like to collaborate with if you're thinking about a musician or doesn't matter, even producer or whatever?
From the Balkans or?
Doesn't matter. It can be anybody. It's your dream. It's not our dream. We don't know.
It's not like a dream. It's like I would like to work with those artists, you know. It's
Yeah.
not something like, oh, I'm dreaming about Eminem. I want to feel his ball on my face. No, bro. I'm like, you know, I would like to from the Balkans.
Sorry.
From the Balkans, I would like to work with Relja.
Yeah.
Relja is dope for me.
Yeah.
I would like to work with Rasta.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Rasta is really good. I like his style. You know, it's unique.
Yeah.
From the rappers, Smoke Mardeljano. Smoke Mardeljano is like a really dope, like old school rap artist. Even though he's young, I mean, he's a bit older than me, I think. But I met him at this red carpet event. He's a really cool guy, and he's a spitter, you know. And you know me, baby, I like the rhymes, man. I don't do that tra-la-la shit, you know.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, so Relja, Rasta, Smoke Mardeljano, maybe Jala. Maybe Jala, man. Jala is also dope, man.
Might not be too far away, that situation.
A prvenstveno bi radio pesme sa Nunijem, to mi je san, šalim serem, bre. Kakav Nuni, brate, Nuni propao, ljubi ga brat, šalim se, shout out za Nunije.
Nuni, our bro.
Voleo bih, iskreno, ako već moram da biram, sa Balkana, radio bih sa Reljom Popovićem.
Reljom, super.
Meni je, jako mi je cool to što radi i volim njegov vibe koji on stavlja u svoju muziku, koju energiju ubacuje. Drugi je Rasta, znači Rasta je oduvek meni bio unikatan što se tiče muzike na Balkanu.
Definitely.
Smoke Mardeljano, brat moj, znači upoznao sam ga na crvenom tepihu na Mac Awardsu, jako dobar lik, old school rapper, znači kida, brate, jednostavno volim rime, brate, volim punchline-ove, volim surovi rap, tako da bi sa Smokem voleo da uradim pesmu. I last but not least, Jala, brat. Tako da Jala, brat, je za mene uvek bio, znači, pored Bube i Jale, uvek sam rekao Jala je ono više moj fazon, što gotivim previše što on radi i eto, voleo bi sa njim. Znači, Relja Popović, Rasta, Smoke Mardeljano, Jala, brat.
Very nice.
I Lupro.
Hvala ti, brate.
Yeah.
But of course, we are already working together and we're striving to give people more great content, more great songs and videos and stuff. So.
Yeah, bro.
Anyway, That was my last question. To end this beautiful little session here that we are having, I want to play a game with you. I
Okay.
know that you know a lot of music, and there's one artist that we've named him a few times, and you've really done a great job in studying his artwork and becoming probably just as good as he is, which is of course Eminem.
Oh, Vanilla Ice, you mean? Okay.
Vanilla Ice. Oh, he's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a very small part of some lyrics, and I want you to guess the song. See if you know him really that well. And
Okay.
of course, I don't know how to do the rap shit, so I'm just gonna say it, and we'll see what happens. Okay?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. The first song is this one. Leap tall, hose in a single bound. I'm single now. Got no ring on his finger now. I'll never let another
Superman.
chick. Oh!
Man.
Congratulations, baby. Congratulations. That is
I'm single
That's
now. I don't give a hell no ring in that. Yeah, bro,
perfect.
Superman.
Second one. Okay. That's probably easy for you, but let's do it anyway. Papa's got a brand new bag of toys. What else could I possibly do with to make noise? I've done touched on everything but little boys. That's not a stab at Michael. That's just a metaphor. I'm just psycho. Go a little bit crazy sometimes. I get a little bit out of control with my
Lose it.
rams. Huh?
Lose it.
Ah! Another one. Everybody, big applause. Comment down below. Big applause for Mike really knowing his rap. But now it's going to be very interesting. Now it's going to get interesting because I took two of your lyrics and I translated them. Now, the first one I translated into Dutch. So it's going to be interesting to see if you can find out which one of these songs it is. Here we go. Vuur, 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 vuur. Zo noemen ze me altijd, bro. Ik laat niemand het nemen. Vuur, vuur. Je oog is glazig. Zie alles schoon, geavanceerd. Elke haat klinkt vurig. Think about the
Dit is helemaal niet waar.
think about the
What the
vuur, 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 vuur. Because it's the same, it starts with the same buchstabe as in your song, actually.
Fuego, fuego,
Yes!
fuego,
Very good, very good, very good.
Fuego, 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 fuego. Tako me zove, bro. Ne dam da iko uzme to.
Okay,
But I
very
didn't
nice.
know. I didn't understand shit. What you said.
That's okay. That's okay.
You need to do at least a bit of the melody, man. I don't know.
No, I ain't gonna try. I ain't gonna try. The last one shouldn't be too difficult before you because you know the language and you know what you're singing about. So we're just gonna do it. It's German this time. Der Engel schloss deine Tür früh. Die Zeit ist stehen geblieben. Ich habe Tränen für meinen Bruder vergossen. Jede Sekunde, jede Minute, jede Stunde. Trauer packt mich. Ich vergleiche meine...
Brata.
Yeah!
Jedna tužna zora, ruka opet sama piše. Pao si sa tog motora, druže, nema te više. Srce kuca i svetlica, suza sliva se niz lice. Duša počinje da puca i prestaje da diše. Duže
Everybody, amazing, amazing. Seriously, if you haven't heard anything from Mike and you're only following me and you're seeing this for the first time, you have to go check out his stuff and try to get into the lyrics. Don't just listen to the song. Sometimes lyrics are not that important, but when Mike is singing it, lyrics are important. Go check out the lyrics, see what he's talking about. It's not just something about, I've got a rollie on my arm and No, it's like real lyrics about real stories, about real people. And this is the amazing thing about Mike. Not only is he a great producer, not only is he a great lyricist, he's a great rapper. I can actually sing. You should really check out his stuff. Thank you so much. Hvala ti puno, moj brat, to be with me here today. And hopefully we're going to see each other soon, which we will probably do. And our fans will have to wait for that because right now the situation in Balkan is a little bit difficult. But hopefully we are going to join hands and come out there real quick to see all
Yeah,
of you guys
bro.
out there.
New video coming soon. You need to do that shit, man. We
Of course. I'm in there. I'm in there. I'm in there.
Yeah, bro.
Thank you so much, bro. I'm going to finalize the video right here. Thank you to everybody. Go follow Mike on his Instagram and on his YouTube channel and wherever else you can find his music is everywhere. Spotify, YouTube, as I said.
Gang.
Have a great day and we'll see you soon.